Welcome back to the channel, English learners, and today's episode is one you don't want to miss. It's called Train Your Mouth and Mind for English. Speak confidently and naturally. Have you ever known exactly what you wanted to say in English, but the words just didn't come out right? Maybe your brain was racing, but your mouth just froze. Or you spoke, but it didn't sound natural, or worse, you felt embarrassed halfway through. Yeah, you're not alone. What if I told you that speaking English fluently isn't just about knowing the right words, it's about training two powerful things, your mind and your mouth. Most learners focus only on vocabulary and grammar, but that's only half the story. Today, I'm going to show you how to unlock both, so you can speak with real confidence and flow like it's second nature. Let me ask you something. Why do you still struggle to speak, even after years of studying? Why do the words disappear the moment you need them in real conversation? And why do some people speak effortlessly, while others, who know more, sound robotic or unsure? These aren't random problems. They're signs of a deeper issue. You've trained your memory, but not your speech system. You've filled your brain with rules, but you haven't trained your muscles, your rhythm, or your mindset to use English like a native speaker. In this video, I'm going to help you fix that once and for all. I've worked with thousands of English learners from around the world, and here's what I've learned. Fluency is not talent. It's not about being born good at languages. It's a skill, and like any skill, it's built through the right kind of training. The right exercises. The right attitude. The right daily habits. We're going to cover how your brain and mouth must work together, not against each other. The hidden mental blocks that quietly hold you back. And how to use practical daily speaking routines that actually rewire your English. If you've ever felt stuck, shy, or frustrated with your speaking, this is the moment to change that. Let's break the silence. Let's train your mouth and your mind to work as one. And let's get you speaking English the way you were meant to, confidently and naturally. Number 1, why you're stuck. The real problem. So, let's talk about something no one tells you in school, the real reason you're stuck. Most English learners hit a wall. You study, memorize, maybe even pass exams, but when it's time to speak, everything feels harder than it should. You hesitate. You search for words. You second-guess yourself. Sound familiar? Let's clear something up right now. The problem isn't you. It's the way you were taught. Traditional language learning focuses heavily on input, reading, writing, listening, and assumes output, meaning speaking will just happen. But here's the truth. Speaking is its own skill. It's not just knowing English. It's about using it in real time. That takes different training you probably never got. Imagine this. You want to learn to swim, but you only watch videos and read books about swimming. No practice in the water. Then one day, you jump into a pool and panic. Of course you would. Your brain might know how to swim, but your body doesn't. Same with speaking English. Knowing grammar isn't enough. You've got to train your mouth and mind to move in real time. Here's the second problem. Mental blocks. Fear. Not the kind that makes you scream, but the quiet fear that says, don't mess up. It's the voice that whispers, you'll look dumb, or you sound funny. That internal pressure to speak perfectly? It shuts you down before the words even leave your mouth. You might be great when talking to yourself at home, but the moment you're speaking to a real person, boom, blank mind. That's not a vocabulary issue. That's a performance mindset issue. It's about confidence, identity, and belief. Now here's something few teachers talk about. Your mouth is untrained. Literally. English has muscle patterns your native language might not use. Tongue placement, jaw movement, syllable stress, rhythm. If you haven't trained your speech muscles, they'll resist English. You'll sound stiff, flat, or choppy not because you don't know English, but because your muscles don't know English. It's like trying to dance to a beat your body doesn't recognize. You're off rhythm, and it shows. And finally, most learners never practice speaking under pressure. Reading and listening don't simulate the speed and pressure of real conversations. So when you're finally speaking with someone, your system gets overwhelmed. It's not your fault. You were never prepared for the pace of real speech. So, if your English feels stuck inside you, here's why. You trained for memory, not performance. You know the theory, but not the rhythm. You learned to study, not to speak. You've got the knowledge, but not the neural wiring to use it naturally. But here's the incredible news. It's fixable. Fully. You don't need to start over. You just need to shift how you train from passive learning to active speaking. And that's exactly what we'll do next. First, we'll unlock your mind. Then we'll train your mouth. Together, they'll give you the power to speak clearly, confidently, and naturally every time. Number 2, training your mind. Mental fluency first. Before your mouth can speak English fluently, your mind has to think in English fluently. And that doesn't mean translating faster. It means stopping translation altogether. It means shifting how you experience English from the inside out. Here's a hard truth. If you're constantly translating from your native language into English before speaking, you'll always be one step behind. Why? Because your brain isn't wired to multitask fluently. Translation is a conscious, energy-consuming process. Real fluency is unconscious, natural, instant. So how do you stop thinking in your native language and start building real mental fluency? First, immerse your brain in English thinking. This isn't about watching shows or reading books. It's about deliberately noticing English in your day-to-day environment. For example, when you look around your house, don't say mesa and then think, that's a table. Just say table. No translation. Start labeling the world around you in English. Start thinking in English nouns. Then build it into full thoughts. The table is messy. I need to clean this. Mental fluency grows in tiny thoughts, repeated daily. Second, internal dialogues. Talk to yourself. Yes, really. This isn't crazy, it's training. Narrate your day. Ask yourself questions. Argue with yourself in English. When you walk into a room, don't just be silent in your head. Say, okay, what do I need to do now? When you feel tired, say, why am I tired today? You're not just speaking, you're building thinking patterns in English. And that's the seed of fluency. Third, embrace imperfect speaking. Most learners freeze because they feel like they need to be perfect. But perfection is the enemy of fluency. Your mind will not speak freely if it's constantly being judged. So instead of aiming for perfect grammar, aim for clarity. Can you express your idea even if it's not perfect? That's a win. Think about this. Native speakers make mistakes all the time. They stutter, repeat words, pause, even say things that aren't grammatically perfect. But they communicate. And that's your goal. Connection, not perfection. Next up, exposure training. Your brain needs English to feel normal, not foreign. That means daily, repeated exposure to natural English input. Watch videos at normal speed, not slowed down. Listen to English music without subtitles. Follow English content creators whose energy motivates you. And here's the secret. Don't just watch for understanding. Watch to absorb rhythm, tone, emotion. Your brain learns language patterns by sound and feeling, not just by logic. Another powerful tool? Affirmations and mental visualization. If you always think, I'm bad at speaking, guess what? Your brain believes it. Instead, Start rewiring that belief system. Every day, repeat simple mental messages like, I speak English clearly. My English improves every time I speak. I'm becoming fluent. Visualize yourself speaking confidently. Imagine having a smooth conversation. This isn't magic, it's neural programming. Repeated thoughts become beliefs, and beliefs shape behavior. Here's something else to remember. Stress blocks fluency. When your body is tense, your brain literally can't access language well. That's why you forget words during presentations or interviews. So, if you want to speak fluently, you also need to relax your nervous system. Deep breathing before you speak. Gentle stretches. Smiling. It all tells your brain, I'm safe. I can speak. Finally, and this is key, embrace the idea that fluency is built through mistakes. Every time you mess up, you learn. Every awkward sentence is one step closer to a fluent one. If you're not making mistakes, you're not growing. So let's recap the mental fluency formula. Stop translating, label your world in English. Talk to yourself all day. Mini thoughts build fluency. Focus on clarity, not perfection. Expose your brain to natural English daily. Visualize yourself as a confident speaker. Calm your body to unlock your brain. And treat every mistake as a training rep. You're not just learning English, you're becoming someone who speaks it. And the transformation starts in the mind. Now that your brain is on board, it's time to train your second tool, your mouth. Let's dive into the physical side of fluency and build the muscle memory that will finally make English feel natural every time you speak. Number 3, training your mouth, physical fluency. Now that your mind is ready to think in English, let's talk about your mouth, your secret weapon for real fluency. Here's what most learners don't realize. Speaking English isn't just mental. It's physical. Your lips, tongue, jaw, vocal cords, they're muscles. And just like learning a sport or a musical instrument, these muscles need to be trained to move in English. Let's start with this question. Why do you feel slow, awkward, or robotic when you speak English? It's not because you don't know the words. It's because your mouth isn't used to moving in English patterns. It's like trying to write with your non-dominant hand. You know what you want to do, but your body doesn't cooperate. That's what we're going to fix. Step 1. Shadowing. Shadowing is one of the most powerful mouth training techniques out there. Here's how it works. You take a short clip of a native speaker, just 10 to 30 seconds, and you mimic them exactly. Not just the words. The tone, the intonation, the rhythm, the emotion. You don't pause the video, you speak at the same time, like a shadow. Why does this work? Because your brain stops focusing on grammar and starts focusing on flow. Your mouth starts building muscle memory for natural speech. Do this 5 to 10 minutes a day and you'll feel the difference within a week. You're not just learning English, you're absorbing the rhythm of it. Step 2. Minimal pairs and tongue work. English has sounds that might not exist in your native language. TH in think or this. The short I in bit versus the long E in beat. These tiny differences make a big impact. Practice these with minimal pairs, word sets like ship and sheep, bat and bet, three and tree. Focus on the shape of your mouth, your tongue position, your breath. Record yourself. Play it back. You'll start hearing the differences and correcting them automatically. Also, stretch your pronunciation range. Exaggerate sounds during practice. You won't talk like this in real life, but the exaggeration helps your muscles get used to the full range of English sounds. Step 3. Rhythm and stress. English is a stress-timed language, meaning some syllables are longer and stronger than others. This is different from many languages where syllables are equal in length. For example, Say this. I want to go to the store. Feel how go and store get more energy? That's English rhythm. Now say, I want to go to the store. That natural flow with reduced sounds like wanna instead of want to is how native speakers really talk. Learning to copy this rhythm will make you sound more fluent instantly. Try reading short dialogues with this rhythm. Clap or tap out the stressed beats. Turn English into music and let your mouth play along. Step 4. Slow motion repetition. Sometimes speaking fast can hide your problems. So flip it. Practice in slow motion. Say phrases like, "Can you help me with this?" slowly, clearly, with every sound exaggerated. Do it over and over. Then gradually speed up. This creates control, and control leads to fluency. Step 5. Real speaking reps. You can't build muscle without reps, and you can't build speech without output. So you need to talk out loud daily. Use speaking prompts like, describe your morning routine. Explain your favorite movie. Talk about what made you smile today. Record your voice. Then listen back without judgment. This is practice, not performance. Focus on progress, not perfection. If you can, join a conversation group, language exchange, or online English speaking club. Real interaction, even for 5 minutes a day, multiplies your results. Step 6. Warm up and cool down. Professional speakers and actors warm up their voices, and you should too. Do quick exercises like lip trills, BRRR sounds. Tongue twisters, she sells seashells by the seashore. Reading out loud with emotion. End your day with light speaking practice, like narrating your day in English. These routines keep your mouth in shape and your confidence high. So here's your physical fluency plan. Shadow native speakers daily. Train tricky sounds with minimal pairs. Master English rhythm and stress. Practice in slow motion, then speed up. Speak out loud with prompts and repetition. Warm up and cool down your voice daily. Your voice is your instrument. And like any instrument, it plays better the more you tune it and use it. Your mouth is learning a new dance, and the more you move, the smoother it becomes. Now you're training both brain and body. You're not just learning English, you're transforming how you speak it. Up next, how to put it all together into daily routines that turn this into a natural, unstoppable habit. Number 4. Daily practices to reprogram your speaking. You've trained your mind. You've trained your mouth. Now it's time to bring it all together with consistent, simple, powerful daily habits that actually rewire how you speak English. Let's be real. Transformation doesn't happen from one video, one class, or one big study session. It comes from what you do every single day, especially when no one is watching. So, if you're ready to speak confidently and naturally, here's how to structure your day to make it automatic. Small Orange Diamond morning routine. Wake up your English 10 to 15 minutes. Mornings set the tone. You want to activate your English brain early, before your day gets busy. This isn't about long grammar drills. It's about switching into English mode. Here's a quick flow. English affirmations 2 minutes. Say out loud, I'm a confident English speaker. Today I speak clearly even if I make mistakes. English feels easy when I stay relaxed. This programs your brain for fluency and lowers your anxiety before you even speak. Quick shadowing, 3 to 5 minutes. Pick a short video or audio clip from a native speaker. Something fun, a vlog, podcast, TV clip. Shadow the speaker out loud. Match their energy. Don't worry if it's not perfect. This gets your speech muscles warm and your brain flowing. Mini speaking prompt, 5 minutes. Talk about your plans for the day out loud. Say, today I'm going to the gym at 6. I need to finish 2 emails and call my friend. This isn't about being fancy. It's about using English to describe your real life. Small Orange Diamond Midday Micro Drills. Boost and repeat 5 to 10 minutes. You're busy. But fluency isn't about time. It's about touch. Keep touching English throughout your day, even briefly. Quick shadow replay, 3 minutes. Rewatch the same clip from the morning. It'll feel easier the second time. This builds depth, not just variety. Tongue Twister Challenge, 2 to 3 minutes. Pick one and repeat it fast. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Truly rural. The 33 Thieves thought they thrilled the throne throughout Thursday. Fun, fast, effective. Speak 3 sentences about your day so far, 2 minutes. Example, lunch was good, but I ate too much. I'm a little sleepy now. My next meeting starts soon. These mini bursts train your brain to shift gears and speak English anytime. Small Orange Diamond Evening Practice. Reflect and strengthen, 10 to 20 minutes. Evenings are your chance to review and reinforce. Journal out loud, 5 to 10 minutes. Reflect on your day, but speak it instead of writing. Start with, today was interesting because. One thing I did well was. One thing I want to improve is. This builds storytelling fluency, essential for real conversation. Q&A self-interview, 5 minutes. Ask and answer questions like, what was the best moment of your day? What's one goal for tomorrow? If today was a movie, what would the title be? You're practicing real responses without pressure. Relaxing English input, 5 minutes. End your night by absorbing English, not studying. Watch a scene from a show you like. Listen to a podcast while you stretch. Let your brain connect with English in a calm, joyful way. Light bulb bonus habits to supercharge progress. Set English triggers. Every time you open your phone, say one sentence in English. It could be, I'm checking messages, or let's scroll a bit. Turn habits into opportunities. Record yourself weekly. Once a week, record a 1-minute English video. Talk about anything. Then watch last week's version. You'll see your growth. That motivation is priceless. Use sticky notes. Label items in your house, mirror, fridge, charger. You'll start thinking in English automatically. Join speaking challenges. Follow online English challenges. Things like speak 1 minute a day for 30 days. Accountability creates consistency. Create a fluency space. Designate a space in your room for English practice. A small corner with a notebook, your favorite podcast, and a mirror for speaking. The brain loves routines attached to locations. Brain, why this works. You're training neural pathways. The more often you think and speak in English, the stronger those connections become. Eventually, it becomes second nature, no more freezing. No more hesitation. You're also reducing fear by exposing yourself to speaking daily. When your brain learns I speak English every day and nothing bad happens, it starts to relax. Fluency flows from that safety and repetition. Remember, fluency doesn't come from intensity, it comes from consistency. 5 minutes done every day beats 1 hour done once a week. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep showing up. And now that you have a routine, it's time for one final step, a boost of confidence and a reminder of what's possible. Let's wrap it all up. You made it to the end, and that says something powerful about you. You're not just interested in learning English. You're committed to owning it. And now, you've got the roadmap. We've covered a lot today, but let's bring it all together. You learned that fluency isn't just knowledge, it's training. It's what happens when your mind and your mouth work together in rhythm. When your thoughts flow naturally in English and your speech muscles respond without fear or hesitation. We broke down the myths, like the idea that grammar alone leads to fluency. We expose the real blocks: overtranslation, fear of mistakes, and untrained speech patterns. And more importantly, we gave you the tools to fix them. You discovered how to think in English instead of translating. Build confidence by talking to yourself out loud. Train your pronunciation, rhythm, and tone with real speaking exercises. And set up simple daily routines that make English feel like a living part of your life. But here's the truth: the techniques mean nothing if you don't use them. Fluency doesn't come from watching, it comes from doing. From showing up when it's awkward. From repeating when you don't feel like it. From practicing even when no one's listening. So let me ask you, will you spend another year waiting to feel ready, or will you train until you are? Will you keep holding back in fear of mistakes, or will you speak anyway and learn from every single one? Because the version of you that speaks English confidently, naturally, fluently, that version is already inside you. You're not creating it from scratch. You're just unlocking it, one practice at a time. And trust me, when you finally have that conversation, that interview, that moment where the words just flow, you'll be so glad you kept going. So here's your next move. Direct hit choose one technique from this video and do it today. Whether it's shadowing, a mini speaking journal, or just talking to yourself in English for 5 minutes, start. Action builds momentum. And momentum builds fluency. If this video helped you, here's how you can help yourself even more. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to this channel. We've got more videos like this coming your way, practical, honest, no fluff content to help you speak better English every single day. Backhand index pointing right, hit that like button if you found even one useful tip here. It really helps the channel grow and lets us reach more learners like you. Backhand index pointing right, drop a comment below and tell me, what's one thing you're going to do today to train your English speaking? I read every comment. I respond to as many as I can. And I want to cheer you on. Remember, you don't need perfect English to be a great communicator. You just need courage, consistency, and a little bit of fun. You've already taken the hardest step by showing up. Now keep going. You're closer than you think. I'm Alex Carter, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep speaking, keep growing, and never stop training your mind and your mouth for English.